Rule number 1 in sports, if you talk smack, make sure you back it up. You never want to be the guy who gets laid out or loses after trying to roast your opponent, but oh boy, do we have a surprise for you. Welcome back to Top 5 Central, where today we look at the 10 best karma moments in sports. Click like or else you'll have bad karma for 5 years. I'm only slightly kidding. Time to start with number 10. When kids play sports, it's either hit or miss, but considering how into this game the crowd was, it seemed to be a pretty good game of basketball. The score starts running really close, and after a foul, the clock ticks down to just 2 seconds, and the kids in the white shirt are awarded a couple free throws. Nailing that crucial first shot gives them the tie, but the one right after is what puts them up a point with just 2 seconds remaining. You'd assume they've won, right? Well, the crowd and the white team go into celebration mode, but there are still 2 seconds left, and the black team doesn't want to waste their one opportunity. Just an insane throw from one end of the court to the other. To be honest, after a play like that, they definitely deserve the win. You really wouldn't expect something like this from a kids' basketball match, like my god. Number 9. One of the biggest rules I follow in sports is you haven't won until you're announced the winner. If you want to try and celebrate before that, you're just being overconfident. You could probably see where I'm going with this, but unfortunately for the USC men's volleyball team, they know that feeling all too well. After they got a great shot into the corner of BYU's area, the ball was defended but went straight up and hit a speaker on the ceiling. Of course, USC assumed that it was out of bounds and went to go and celebrate their winning point.
Oh, and the ace from Christian Rivera.
Oh, and it's still playable. That ball was gone. Look at, they're not even playing. Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
Those players didn't keep their eyes on the prize, and it cost them the entire match. It really is karma for these poor guys, because just assuming you win without even double checking is the worst way to lose a game ever. It really depends on whether or not the ref wants to keep the ball in play, but they decided to celebrate early anyway and get to pay the price for it. Number 8. Celebrating too early is an embarrassing way to lose in sports. Even if you think you have it in the bag, don't stop until you know for certain you've won. In this game, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears in the third week of the 2017 NFL season. It's a pretty intense game, and one touchdown will change who's in the lead. Pittsburgh's trailing by a touchdown, and on 4th down decide to go for a field goal to secure at least a couple more points. This play backfires somewhat as number 27 from the Bears dashes in to block the attempt and puts the ball directly into the hands of his teammate Marcus Cooper. An easy touchdown for the Bears is pretty much guaranteed at this point, but of course, this isn't a video about karma for no reason.
Could eventually be a safety instead of a touchdown. He's not in the end zone when that happens. Vance McDonald.
Yeah, I genuinely have no idea what Cooper was thinking celebrating at the 5-yard line after this sure touchdown conversion turns into just a regular field goal. The Bears ended up winning the game still, but I can imagine him getting ripped in the locker room for a while after this embarrassing mess up. Number 7. One of my favorite things about sports is seeing rivalries finally come face to face. Stuff like the Yankees and Red Sox, or in this case, the Seattle Mariners and the Anaheim Angels. After taunting his battle by pointing at the Angels' dugout, basically signaling a foul ball, Fernando Rodney prepares to pitch to his batter. At the bottom of the... Number 6. The year is 2007, Tom Brady is going for his 4th Super Bowl ring and is going up against the New York Giants. After going 16-0 in the regular season and winning their division, they were the sure bet going into this game. An obviously confident Brady caught wind of a score prediction from Plaxico Burress with a scoreline of 23-17, the Giants winning. Brady just laughed it off, saying Burress didn't give them enough credit on offense with such a low scoreline.
Well, I know they have confidence. They should have confidence of the NFC champs. They're very talented, and you know, we don't make predictions, or we just let our play do the talking. So, learned that lesson early in my career, and no matter what you say during the week, and God knows we say a lot this entire week, but we're focused on going out there and trying to do our very best.
It's the 4th quarter now, and the Giants are trailing 14-10. A brilliant throw by Eli Manning downfield after breaking free of a few sack attempts puts them near the red zone, but not quite there yet. Time isn't on their side as the clock ticks just under a minute when they have an opportunity with Burress open in the end zone. The rest of the game is history, and while the score Barres predicted isn't correct, it's pretty poetic that this ended with him scoring the game-winning touchdown, and it wasn't the most inaccurate prediction being real.
23-17. I wish he said like 45-42 or something like that. At least he gave us a little more credit for scoring a few points.
Number 5. Here's a pretty interesting hockey clip with Steve Sullivan from the Chicago Blackhawks. Sullivan gets clipped in the face by a hockey stick to the mouth from one of his teammates by accident. Obviously, it's not exactly the best team play I've seen in a game of hockey, but one fan decided to try and tell Sullivan that himself. To add insult to injury, the fan greeted Sullivan as he was walking past and decided to talk a bit of smack to him through the glass.
I think we're on the power play and clipped me with a high stick. Wow, hurt. Right in the mouth. I was slowly going to the bench with my trainer, and a fan who was sitting right on the glass started to heckle me and just started calling me some names and that I really can't say on TV.
To be fair to the guy, he's the one who bought a ticket, so he probably just wanted to blow some steam off. But still, it's a pretty bad look considering he's kicking a guy while he's down. Just like a hockey puck whizzing past a goalie, karma is swift to strike this guy.
This is the same fan who was giving Sullivan a hard time. And that's his wife laughing with the thumbs up.
Man, do I just love seeing karma strike as perfectly as this. It's even better when we get to watch his wife laugh along. Our boy Sullivan even pops back over to return the favor from earlier, so it's just funny to see it all come full circle. Number 4. YouTube boxing might be one of the weirdest and yet most entertaining things that has appeared in sports in a long time. Of course, the biggest fight to date has been KSI vs. Logan Paul, and then the rematch this past November. One of the ways they hype up the fight for any boxing match is to give the two competitors a break from training to talk trash about each other. While some insults weren't exactly the best, some did come back to bite Logan Paul after the fights were said and done. One tactic Logan used to try and clown KSI was to throw math problems at him to make him seem dumb.
I'll answer the Muhammad Ali question if you tell me what 7 times 8 is.
Of course, losing by split decision probably wasn't in his plans, with him asking KSI what's 7 times 8. KSI doesn't respond to the joke, but instead won the boxing match with 56 points, which is, you guessed it, 7 times 8. That is just unlucky. Number 3. While a lot of karma comes from celebrating too early and losing a game, it's understandable. I mean, you wouldn't usually think someone would score with 2 seconds left. But then when you celebrate too early for no reason at all, that's when you've really messed up. In a bike race, this guy must have accidentally counted the wrong amount of laps, and when he thought he finished the race, everyone else just carried on. It's, well, embarrassing to watch.
Tino also just gapping Nacho for the time being. We're on the final lap as he's busy celebrating, and I think, well, either we're miscalculated or he has. No, he's punching the air, he's celebrating, I think.
I think the worst part is just how he keeps on celebrating while the rest of the racers pass right on by him, still taking the race seriously. He even zooms past the white flag rather than a checkered one, so I just don't know what the guy was thinking here. All I know is that if I found out the race wasn't over and I just humiliated myself all on live television, I'd probably go into hiding forever, not gonna lie. Number 2. Luis Suarez has a weird tradition when playing soccer. Let's say he has a thing for biting people and has been caught doing it time and time again. When Suarez collided with Giorgio Chiellini during the 2014 World Cup, things were not gonna go his way. At first, it seems like just a regular accidental clash between the two. That is until you see it from another angle.
Oh, maybe it wasn't accidental. As far as it's gonna...
From what I can tell, it looks like Suarez literally just went at Chiellini for some odd reason and bit the dude. Giorgio and everyone else starts freaking out, and I mean, he's not crazy, it really did happen. You could even see one of Suarez's teammates try and cover up the bite mark. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it feels really good to say that it came back to bite Suarez because he was handed a 4-month ban from the sport. His punishment broke the record for the longest ever suspension during the World Cup, so he definitely got his fair share of karma this time around. And our honorable mention goes to Megan Rutledge and her unfortunate encounter with karma at the X Games. After outracing the pack, Rutledge leads going into the final jump. As she goes up, she does a celebratory fist bump while in the air. Congratulations, Megan, you won.
She thought she was gonna win it, but she went down. Runs up.
Well, when she comes down, she didn't manage to get her hands in a position to land and completely wipes out. She basically threw away her chance at a gold medal all for this fist bump. If this video teaches you anything, stop celebrating early or this is how you're gonna end up looking. Number 1. I always respect confidence in a professional player. You're a pro because you spent years perfecting your craft. When you make up a call saying you're gonna do something, you gotta deliver. That's how it works. This call set up one of the most memorable moments in NFL history. They're planning to keep their season alive. It's the wild card round to secure a spot in the playoffs. After going to overtime with the score tied 27-27, the Seahawks win the coin toss and choose to take the ball, with their quarterback, Matt Hasselbeck, making the bold claim that,
"We want the ball, we're gonna score."
Let's see exactly how that turned out for him. Ooh, so yeah, the throw he made was intercepted, and just the irony of him being the one who threw the game-winning pass was super unlucky. Ouch, karma definitely came back to bite Hasselbeck, but hopefully he learned to let his skill do the talking for him next time. Don't forget to click like or else you'll get 5 years of bad luck. Don't risk it, especially after watching all these spots, you need it. And this has been Tommy, thanks for watching, and keep it here on Top 5 Central.